welcome back to my channel. Namaste to all of you. So like promised, this is the Age of Aquarius part 2 video in which I'm going to be talking about the visions or predictions, whatever you may want to call them, and share that information with you guys. But before I do that, I want to share with you some astrological events that are going to take place before we get into the Age of Aquarius. So like I have said before, the Age of Aquarius, of course, is a life-changing event happening in our lifetimes. So the predictions or visions are all based on the abilities that I have been gifted with. I am just as clueless as all of you about how much of what I have seen through my visions, how much of that is going to be a prediction in a way, or how much of that is going to come out as gospel truth. Of course, I am waiting to see the results myself. This is a very exciting time because a lot is happening during the Age of Aquarius. So before I get into the predictions and Age of Aquarius, let me first start and tell you that December 10th we are going to see Pluto square off with planet Éris. Okay, December 11th Venus is going to transit into Scorpio from Libra. December 12th we will see the 12/12 portal Ascension, which is the final portal or gateway of 2020. Then December 14th is the solar eclipse as well as the new moon. December 17th Saturn enters Aquarius. December 19th Jupiter enters Aquarius, and December 21 there is the Saturn Jupiter conjunction that finally begins the Age of Aquarius. Okay, now I'm going to give you some details about what happens on each of these days. Okay, so let's start with December 10th. So like I said, on December 10th the Pluto Éris square off happens. So definitely check out whatever part of the world you're from, what time does this square off happen in your time zone. So yeah, that's something to definitely check out. So basically Pluto is the planet of death, rebirth, evolution and transformation, and it's played a huge role this past year, right? With all the events that played out, right? We saw Pluto Saturn conjunction in January that led us into COVID, and the next Pluto conjunction with Jupiter was in April. That led to an expansion of the COVID fear, and also a series of lockdowns kind of happened all over the world, right? So on 10th December 2020, Pluto squares or opposes Éris, right? This happened at the starting of the year in Jan 2020, when Pluto had begun a challenging square of 90 degrees cycle to Éris. Pluto, like I said, is the planet of destruction and transformation. It's squared with Uranus between the years 2010 and 2017, which led to a lot of socio-economic shifts in the planet, right? Pluto's power of course, has been pretty solid ever since it entered Capricorn in 2008, right? You have to remember, Pluto is a slow moving planet, right? So as I mentioned earlier, the conjunction in Capricorn, right, of Saturn to Pluto got, caused societal changes on a big scale, right? This also led to the eruption of COVID-19, and shortly afterwards, by the square, first from Saturn, then to Éris, and then Pluto to Éris at the end of January. So basically what happened is that there was a conjunction between Saturn to Pluto at the beginning of the year, which is in January, right? And then the square-offs began, first between Saturn and Éris, and then between Pluto and Éris. So let me give you a little bit information about Éris. So Éris is a small planet. It was discovered in the early 2000s, I believe, and the legend surrounding her is that she is the goddess who, when not invited to a wedding, began the Trojan War. Okay, so she's a don't mess with me planet, all right? So Éris moves very, very slowly. Its orbital cycle is 560 years, which is more than twice as long as Pluto's, right? So its appearance coincides with, certain events in history that create great chaos and cause disruption of the status quo, right? Now Éris square with Saturn. Saturn is all about tests and challenges, and Pluto, the planet of destruction that leads to transformation, has paved the way for 2020, where COVID-19 itself is kind of like an embodiment of Éris, the discord and chaos that Éris is so well known for, right? So Éris doesn't follow any rules. It's a very, very unpredictable planet, right? And so with the Age of Aquarius on the horizon, it's likely that the destruction and transformation that is caused by COVID will pave the way for the shift in ages, right? So whatever is happening right now is happening for a reason. Sometimes there is method even in chaos, right? So basically Éris is here. It's created a lot of discord, a lot of chaos, but end of the day, everything is happening for a reason. Guys, let me just take a sip of my coffee. Okay, so since the beginning of COVID-19, we've seen millions have died because of Pluto. But right now, we will see that this trend is going to continue and more people will continue to die. We will also continue to experience more economic devastation. But history proves, guys, I know that it's a worrisome thing to hear, but history proves that epidemics are nearly always associated with major transformation in the society. So, for the greater good, sometimes certain sacrifices happen. Now, obviously, those sacrifices are not always going to be pleasant, but we can only hope for the best, right? It's all about staying positive. Okay, so yeah, another thing about Éris, she's the goddess of strife, right? So she plays the role of a catalyst for next level feminism and women's rights, right? In the past, we've seen where Pluto has squared off with Éris, and that has led to significant historical events related to women's movements. So I'll give you some examples. So Pluto squared with Éris in, I believe, 1909, Yes, 1909. Yeah, so that was the first square off, and that was also when the first International Women's Day was celebrated that year, right? And Marion Dunlop became the first imprisoned suffragette to go on hunger strike. And in the same year, Women's Tax Resistance League was established. So a lot of things related to women's rights, right? Another example of this square off between Eris and Pluto was around, I believe, 78, not 88, 78 and 79. 1978 and 1979. And it was during this time that feminists made history, because they, carried off a march, the biggest march of that time period, in support of equal rights amendment. And also a rape crisis center was established that year. It was the first of a kind, like never been done before. Britain elected Margaret Thatcher that year as the prime minister, and there were many events that kind of happened in those 2 years, 78, 79, when the square off was happening between Pluto and Eris. So with the recent square of Eris and Pluto, we've already seen the ignition of the Me Too movement, right? And we will continue to see more women-themed revolutionary events caused by this square off. Also, I'd like to remind you guys that in October 2020, I had specifically in my video, I had spoken about the arrival of the Divine Feminine, right? So this year we witnessed 13 full moons, which represents the arrival of the Divine Feminine. Also last month, during the 11/11 activation portal, those energies officially got transmuted to the planet, and the light codes that had been sent to activate those light workers, star seeds, empaths, spiritually awakened souls, they were able to receive those energies, right? So it is this divine feminine energy, along with Pluto Eris square and the astrological conjunctions of Saturn and Jupiter, and the effects of the solar eclipse, that are going to lead us into the age of Aquarius. So guys, major events happening. Now the other event that I wanted to go over was the 12/12 portal Ascension. Like I mentioned before, this particular weekend on December 12th, it's actually going to kick off with the 12/12 portal on Saturday, and then Sunday we will witness the peak of the Gemini's meteor shower, and on Monday, which is the 14th of December, we have the new moon and also the solar eclipse in Sagittarius. So the 12/12 portal will bring the final light code portals, it will bring the final light codes, for this particular year, and this is going to be the final gateway, right? Last month we had the 11/11, and this time we have the 12/12, and this one is the final gateway of 2020. So the 12/12 portal will bring the final light codes, right? So the portal, this portal is going to be the last one for the year. This will activate our light bodies, which is the true form of our being, the light body, right? Once we activate our light body, as Egyptians call the light body a Merkaba, Mer meaning light, Ka meaning soul, and Ba meaning body, right? So once we activate our light body, we are able to achieve the ascension. So as of now, we're in the midst of last month's lunar eclipse, and this upcoming solar eclipse on the 14th of December. This is an important window with very powerful energies. that we can use to heal and clear out anything that no longer serves its purpose in our lives, right? So this week is the calm before the storm. We will be going through huge transformations. The real change will be occurring within our DNAs as they will be activating, right? So there's going to be major changes, guys. This could lead to major epiphanies, spiritual experiences, heightened senses, intense dreams, or even deja vu. Okay, so it's crucial that you allow the universe to guide you. Okay, pay attention to the signs and synchronicities you're receiving, because they are messages, guys. Okay, also with this 12-12 portal, be ready to face challenges. Okay, prepare to strive for deeper levels of understanding of the cosmos, of the divine. Okay, while leaving the past behind. Okay, since 12 is basically the number that is related to the cycle completion, right? It's also a number that represents beginnings. Okay, with everything with everything ending, there is a new beginning. But it's important, guys, to accept the transformation that comes along with it. Okay, of course transformations can be very draining, they can be exhausting, they can be change is hard, but if you're open to the idea of something better coming along, then you must make that effort. Okay, that's what I have to tell you, guys. So basically, this is the gist of the 12-12 active, the Ascension portal. So the next thing I want to cover really quickly is the solar eclipse. Okay, that is happening on December 14th. As I've already told you, December 13th is the meteor shower, the Geminids. So if you guys it's going to be the most powerful on that day, so definitely something to look out for. And Monday, December 14th, we have the solar eclipse, and we also have the new moon. So I will first explain a little bit about the solar eclipse, and then we'll get into the new moon. Okay, so solar eclipse, this eclipse will be visible in, it's not going to be visible everywhere, all right? It's going to definitely be visible in Chile, in Argentina, parts of Southern America, Brazil, Peru, Southern Pacific and Atlantic Oceans, and Antarctica. Yeah, just an FYI, just because an eclipse isn't visible in your area doesn't mean that it won't affect you. Okay, I get that question a lot about if you cannot see the eclipse, if it affects you or not. It does affect you. Okay, it's a universal thing, so it affects everything and everyone, right? So on the 14th we will witness a total solar eclipse along with the new moon. Now, solar eclipse, as I've mentioned previously, brings an opportunity to work on the areas of our lives that are essentially require healing. Okay, so we can finally move forward, right? So solar eclipse begins on 14th December at so this is Indian Standard Time, okay, that I'm telling you. Solar eclipse begins on 14th December at 7 o'clock 3 minutes in the evening, Indian Standard Time, and ends on December 15th, 12:22 a.m. Indian Standard Time. So based on wherever you are, just calculate the difference of hours, and that will be your solar eclipse. Okay, the eclipse happening is bringing forth importance to like I said, pay attention to not just areas that you need to heal in your life, but world over, there are a lot of areas that are going to come in to forefront that require some sort of planning or effort from our side. So I want to put forward certain predictions that again, I don't, I wouldn't really call them predictions, but mostly like based on visions. This is basically what I see is going to be the impact of solar eclipse on the world. Okay, so number one, I feel like there will be issues with water related problems. So I'm not talking about shortage, but I'm talking about things like tsunami, flood, too much rain. Okay, there could also be possible changes in water or sea transportation. I definitely feel that there will be tensions between the sea bordered nations and landlocked nations, and there could also be problems with road transportation as well. So during the next 6 months, I see the countries will be globally concerned about their security. Specifically the capital regions of a lot of the countries, they can witness some kind of chaos, rebellion, protests, things like that. Hence, it will be imperative to protect and resolve any issues happening within any country's capital region. Sorry guys, I hit the camera by mistake. Okay, so yeah, like I said, there in the next 6 months, I see that there is going to be growing unrest, which could also create anxieties in people. So guys, it becomes even more important to take care of your health and well-being. Okay, the focus definitely needs to be to get out of fear-based energies and lack mentality. Okay, it's important to remember that the effects of a solar eclipse do last until the next solar eclipse, and basically when the solar eclipse happens on December 14th, the effects of it will last until June 10th, 2021. Okay, so make sure the next 6 months you're taking exceptionally good care of your health and are getting out of the fear-based energies and lack mentality. Just try to ground yourself, take care of yourself, eat healthy, live healthy, exercise, meditate, pray. Definitely send out positive affirmations for yourself, your family, the world. The energies, law of attraction, it all works, guys. So whatever you send out is going to come back, so just remember that. So next thing, now that we've covered solar eclipse, let's move on to new moon. I'm sorry guys, I'm just going up really fast because I have a lot to cover before I get to the age of Aquarius. I want to make sure that I am essentially telling you everything that is going to happen before that, so that you are prepared to embrace this new age, astrological age that we're entering. Of course, initially, like I've said, there is going to be struggle because with everything that with every transformation, there is an ending and there is a new beginning. Endings are never easy, but we have to make sure that we do our best to make the transition as smooth as possible. Okay, so let's get right into new moon. Okay, so new moon is going to happen in the sign of Sagittarius. This brings about radical changes in belief systems, It's also something that will help you, set off into a new path in terms of wisdom and learning. So if you want to pursue education, or you want to learn something, or you want to learn more about divination, spirituality, this is going to be a very, very good day. And the energies are extremely, they're amazingly powerful. So definitely utilize it. It's also a good day for making final decisions to expand your horizons. Take the next step. Whatever that next step is for you, take that, because this energy is favoring that. Okay, so definitely go for it. Now that we've covered the new moon, I want to talk a little bit about the Venus in Scorpio. So Venus is going into Scorpio on December 11th. Okay, so Venus is related to relationships, marriage, beauty, glamour, fame, art. Okay, so the Venus transit, it affects these particular areas. Okay, specifically as it enters the sign of Scorpio, it opens up a can of worms. Okay, Scorpio is all about mystery, secrets coming out. Okay, it also relates to money, property, the gaining of wealth. Okay, any of that stuff. So a Venus transit in Scorpio, I feel will okay, so this is my understanding of the energies, because I meditated on this and also checked tarot for guidance, and I definitely saw that Venus transit in Scorpio will affect the glamour industry, whether it is actors, whether it is the fashion industry, music industry, even politics, in a way, because there's a lot of money related matters and secrets and all of that that kind of go on behind the scenes. It's also a very fame based energy. A lot of the politicians are very good actors. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, I sense that a lot of these people are going to be affected during the Venus in Scorpio transit, as it will bring out more skeletons from the closet. So there is going to be a lot of revelations that are going to come, and the Age of Aquarius supports that, as well as the astrological events that are taking place kind of encourage that process of cleansing in the planet at this point. So those were some important events that are going to happen before the Age of Aquarius. Now, I want to get into the Age of Aquarius, like the visions that I've seen. Now, I literally went through so many of my diaries, because I've literally had years worth of journals. Luckily, I was I don't know, for some reason years ago I started doing a separate diary for like normal dreams related to myself or visions related to myself, and I started writing a different diary for messages and stuff that I saw for the world. I feel like that was in a way divine intervention making me do that. Otherwise I would have gone nuts trying to look through all the information, but still I had to kind of there was so much information in terms of like the visions I saw. A lot of it still I'm chunking through, because there's seriously a lot of information. I'm literally talking about at least 15 to 20 years worth of journals. Okay, so there is a lot of information, but I have decided to kind of narrow down some of those visions and basically give you point by point, the different things that I feel are going to happen. This doesn't end here. I just want you guys to have an idea of basically what to expect. But having said that, I'm going to keep trying to update you guys constantly as I keep trying to find more information through my journals. Now, of course, I'm not planning to explain every vision, because that would seriously mean that this video would be like, I don't know, 2 days long. It would really drive me crazy, and so would it drive you guys insane. So I am just, like I said, I'm gonna go point by point, yeah, that was basically what I wanted to say before I get right into it. So the Age of Aquarius, right? It begins with the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn in the sign of Aquarius on December 21, 2020. Now remember that Saturn goes into Aquarius on December 17th, and Jupiter enters Aquarius on December 19th. And 2 days after December 19th, on December 21, we will have the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. Now this conjunction obviously has happened before, just an idea of how this happens now. So the conjunctions pretty much happen every 400 to 800 years. It depends how far or how close those conjunctions are. So that is one thing, but the reason why this particular conjunction is so important is because there is a lot of the events that I just told you, and the events that I have been talking about throughout the year through the videos. Everything is kind of made this particular conjunction not a normal one per se, okay? This one is definitely triggering something pretty major, okay? This is the reason why this particular conjunction is extremely important. It's happening after 800 years, okay? So that is one important thing, but this particular conjunction is triggering off a change in the astrological age, which is a very big thing, okay? We are moving from Age of Pisces to Age of Aquarius. We have been in a transition period for the last 20 years between the Age of Pisces to Age of Aquarius, but now we are officially in the birthing process of the Age of Aquarius on December 21, 2020, okay? So now I will share with you the big changes that I see that are going to affect the course of humanity based on the visions that I've had. Whether you want to call them predictions, visions, they were visions because some of them happened in my dream state, some of them happened while I was wide awake. Sometimes they happen as normally as, you know, this conversation that I'm having with you and I'm recording this. It's sometimes as you know, it's almost like a film plays in front of my eyes and I pretty much just like jot down whatever I see. So it's insane. Let's start, okay? Before I keep mumbling unnecessary crap. So okay, so in the next decade, okay, this is vision 1, okay? I'm let me just not call them vision 1, let me just go like point 1, 2, 3, because a lot of these visions I've kind of broken down into points so that it's easy for me to convey to you guys. Otherwise it'll get too complicated to kind of make sense of what's going on. All right, so okay, point 1, in the next decade, you know, we will see billions die, okay? I have spoken about this on Twitter, so I'm going to reiterate my point. Billions will die as a result of hunger, failure of immune systems, or improper medical care, Okay, that is point number one. Number two, I see a clear divide between people. Okay, so that will become more obvious during this time. There's going to be one group which is going to be reacting out of fear and lack mentality, and then there is going to be another group which is going to become more empowered and aware of their need to ascend to higher frequencies of consciousness and way of life. So there is going to be a clear divide between people, those that live in lack mentality, in fear-based energies, and those that are ascending themselves to higher frequencies and better way of life. So those moving towards higher frequencies will find themselves being provided protection, divine protection. So extremely important, guys. Like I keep saying over and over again, very important to take care of yourself, take care of your health, meditate, eat right, live right, say positive affirmations, chant your mantras, whatever it is that helps you stay positive and upbeat. Just do it, okay? Because your life depends on it, okay? Point number three, I also see that with the growing movement of expanding of consciousness, people will become, aware of the ways through which they've been controlled or oppressed in the past. So the more enlightened, in a way, people get, or more aware people become, the more they will understand how they have been oppressed and controlled for years, okay? Point number four, the global cabal, okay, and its secrets will come to light. This will expose many politicians, businessmen, religious leaders, celebrities, and this is going to, eventually lead to their downfall. So a lot of truth about this global elite or this global cabal is going to come out during the Age of Aquarius. Number five, truths about alien life forms and is going to come out. It's going to be revealed. We're also going to officially make contact with them, and this will become a big element of the Age of Aquarius, okay? Point number six is technology and innovation will skyrocket, okay, during this time. The concepts of time, space, interdimensional travel will come to surface, and advancements will be made in this area. Okay, time travel, space travel, interdimensional travel, all of that. Also, number seven, Age of Aquarius will witness an increase in humanitarian efforts, where people will be willing to sacrifice self for the greater good of the collective. Expect to see a lot more of this from 2023 when Saturn moves into Pisces, which is all about, again, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, so it is again all about transformations. So in 2023, definitely you'll see people becoming more willing to sacrifice self for the greater good of everybody. Okay, not that that's not gonna already trigger off right now, but you'll see an expansion of that from 2023 onwards. Number eight, many heinous crimes that were committed by government or government bodies will come to light. Okay, a lot of those crimes and wars and everything, all the secrets are going to come out. Banking and insurance companies will crash. Okay, this is something that I saw in one of my visions, that the banking system will crash, the insurance companies will crash, spirituality and humanity and humanitarian efforts, spirituality and humanitarian efforts will take precedence. They will also impact the way people do business. Okay, so that's essentially very important. I also feel in a way that money will lose its power. okay. Currency is not going to be the same. I feel like paper is going to be looked paper currency is going to be looked down upon. That is the feeling I got when I had that particular vision. But of course, we will see how much of this happens. Then the next point is, as I mentioned, earlier, that there will be food shortage. So this will become an issue. More people will begin to die, as I have said, that due to food shortage. Also, GMO based and meat products specifically will become a thing of the past. Okay, people will become more conscious of what they eat, and how they live their lives, and organic farming per se and planting own food will become an important activity that people will follow. Next, I see transformations will be big. It will lead to people wanting to learn to cope with whatever is happening. So spirituality and divination, these areas would be things that people would want to learn about. Okay, so I see that spiritual healers, light workers, empaths will be in great demand during this time period. Okay, I also see a lot of advancements happening in the field of medicine. There will be transformation and innovation in this field. Also, people will want to also look at natural healing therapies or remedies and alternative medicine that will gain more prominence during the age of Aquarius. Of course, the initial years where right now, in the initial years, we will witness some chaos because the number of deaths are going to be increasing, and more healers, doctors, health workers will be needed in order to cope with the responsibility of handling so much work. Okay, so I definitely see that happening. Another thing, another point is that I feel there will be a transformation in major world religions. Okay, many truths related to religious based practices, as well as the foundation that these particular religions are based on, will come to light. A lot of it is going to be exposed, what is true, what is false, all of that. This will lead to major changes, guys, because people will now question not just the history of information they've been fed, but also try to figure out where they stand as a race of people. Okay, where they stand in humanity. What is divination? What is divine? What is what is the truth? So people are going to start thinking and asking those questions during this time period. Divine feminine also has been trapped and abused a lot in the last 5,000 years or so. This energy, divine feminine energy is finally going to be free, and she will lead the planet towards human consciousness like never before. So even though things are going to be chaotic, there is help. If you ask for it, you will find it. Okay, it's just a matter of putting the right intentions out there, guys. So don't fear the change. Be open to hearing the truth, but also keep working on yourself, keep affirming positivity for yourself, for your loved ones, for the planet, so that you have the strength, because a lot of strength of character and spirit is going to be required to go through these changes. a lot of what we believe is going to completely change. A lot of people are going to realize that they actually, I shouldn't say a lot, almost everybody is going to feel like somebody pulled the rug under their feet, because this is how big the transformation is going to be. I mean, there are going to actually be natural calamities as well, but this is going to feel like that. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, you're going to feel shaken up. So like I said, if you want help, help is available, but you just need to put the intention out there. Okay. Also, like I said before, be ready to expect major changes in religious practices or symbolism in Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, Judaism, and the other religions that are practiced. There is going to be a transformation, a big change in literally all of them. Okay. India, because that's my home country, I specifically want to talk a little something about India. So India will again become the land of the seekers. Sanatan Dharma, okay, which was practiced in India. Hinduism per se is not really a religion. Sanatan Dharma is the spiritual practice of the Hindus. Okay, the Hindu word came from the word Sindhu, the Sindhu river. People who lived on the other side of the river Sindhu were Hindus. So Hinduism kind of became a religion. It's a Western concept. It's not really a real concept per se, but I mean, of course, people have kind of started to believe it is. So Sanatan Dharma will kind of come back, and its foundations will find, like I said, the way back into country's existence. Okay, so that is definitely going to happen. So another thing to expect is a major change in weather. Before I talk about what happens in the planet, I also want to talk about the solar flares. Okay, solar flares are going to be a very, very common aspect that we will see during this time period. This will impact the climate and the energy of the planet, because due to this, we will witness natural calamities in the next decade. Okay, and they'll be extreme, whether they are earthquakes or tsunamis or floods or hurricanes, all of that. Okay, there will be advancements made to find new sources of energy, inexhaustible sources of energies. Okay, so energies like the sun, wind, or electromagnetic. Okay, I definitely see electromagnetic energies coming to prominence during the age of Aquarius. Sorry for that. Okay, and so another point is that science and spirituality will finally work together. Okay, science is going to need spirituality to kind of tap into the potential of human consciousness. Okay, if that's what we can say, right? So basically, science is going to need the help of spirituality to understand the potential of human consciousness. Okay, so this is the last point I think I will cover today. It's about the education system. So I definitely see a collapse happening in the current education system as a new system will emerge. Okay, topics of spirituality, emotional cleansing, healing, farming, etc. will begin to be taught. Okay, so I definitely see the revival of the Gurukul system per se. Now in the Gurukul system, it could be so in my vision, I saw that there was going to be more stay-at-home kind of schooling, or The other thing was, people going to a sort of a boarding lodging area where they were going to go and learn after they came of a certain age. So I definitely see that happening during the age of Aquarius, because education system is definitely going to be impacted by the age of Aquarius. So guys, like I said before, these are just a few of the major changes that I'm expecting will happen during the age of Aquarius. I will continue to update all of you as we get deeper and deeper into this age of human consciousness. I wanted to make sure that I kind of covered everything in in less than an hour, and I don't want to expand this video into a longer video. This is definitely the information that I feel is going to be useful for now. I will continue to update all of you via my social media, because I put a lot of the information on Twitter or Instagram. So you can definitely look at the information there and stay updated. I'm also going to keep updating via videos on YouTube, so that everybody has essentially the right information going forward, that is going to help you, your loved ones, through this transformation, this transition that we're going to be experiencing together as we set into this new age. So I hope this information helps you. So guys, I have some fun, exciting things that I've planned for you guys. I will keep you guys posted in the coming weeks what that is. And yeah, I really hope that this video helped. And thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient. I really appreciate your support. If you have any questions, any suggestions, comments, anything, please be please be free to post them at the bottom of the video, or those of you that are on my social media or talk to me on social media, feel free to talk to me there. I sometimes take time to respond to everybody, but I do make it a point to respond to everybody. Okay, so again, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Much love to all of you. Good luck. God bless. All right. We need the blessings of the Divine Feminine moving into this beautiful energy. Of course, it's tricky, but we're gonna make it. Okay, we're gonna stay positive and we're gonna kick ass. All right. So take care, guys, until I see you in the next video. All right, take care. Peace out. Bye.